So I want to tell you guys a little bit about the property that we manage down in Anson County we call Ten Oaks. About 15 years ago, my brother came to me and said, come with me and let's check out this property. I was a little hesitant because we were managing several other properties. After looking at this property, I knew this was the place for us. Unfortunately, after many years of working on the property with him, he passed away from cancer. He never got to see what the property looks like today. We work on the property year-round, planting food plots, running cameras on bait stations, monitoring the deer, trying to get a good game plan how to harvest our trophy bucks.
Looking for the best archery experience? Barefoot Archery in Charlotte should be in your sight. Whether it's backyard recreation, hunting, or 3D competition, we have the right equipment for you. In business since 1966, Barefoot Archery is the authorized dealer in the 704 area for Matthews, Hoyt, PSE, Baron Mission crossbows, and we have a large selection of recurve bows. Our experienced staff services most compounds and crossbows and can help you make the right choice for your archery equipment. From professional to backyard shooting, Barefoot Archery will get you on target. Barefoot Archery, 4410 Old Pineville Road in Charlotte.
I first caught this deer in July of 2016. He was a decent 8-pointer. Didn't even have a name yet. We just knew he was a young buck. So I knew this was one of the deers I wanted to let walk. He had a lot of potential. So we pretty much monitored him all season long. And then in 2017, he was MIA. Didn't have one trail cam picture. I thought the neighbors probably shot him. I was a little bummed out because this was one I definitely wanted to make it through at least another year. Well, this year I started catching him on camera in July. So whenever I caught him on camera, we started tracking this deer throughout the property, basically documenting everywhere I was catching him on film, trying to figure out his patterns in the early season, so I knew where I could probably had a good shot of taking this deer during archery season. So after monitoring this deer all through archery season, this guy needed a name. So we sat there and we went back and forth on what we should name this deer. The first name that came to my mind was Daggers. Reason for that, he's got this little kicker coming right off his base right here, and it's unique. He's very massive. When he was in velvet, he just had so much character to his rack. I knew that was the deer I wanted to harvest this year. So I basically monitored this deer for 6 months straight, from the time he started growing his rack until he was out of velvet. A little disappointed I wasn't able to harvest this buck during archery season. I really wanted to get him with the bow, but he disappeared for about 4 weeks. Got a phone call from my neighbor. Said, "Hey man, I think your deer's still alive." And he told me that his neighbor next to him actually shot at this buck the night before I killed him. So when I went and pulled my cameras, I looked, I had some pictures of daylight. He actually showed up that afternoon that the neighbor shot at him. So I had a gut feeling that this buck was going to be back the next day. So on the way to my stand, I stopped, got my bottle of Black Widow Deer Lure Matriarch out, and my scent wick, walked over to the tree right in front of me to the right where the wind was blowing perfect down into this bottom. Put it out, climbed up in the stand, had this gut feeling that the day was going to be the day that I sealed the deal. That's right, baby. BBD, we did it.
Today was the day. This buck here we got some history with the last couple of years. We call him Daggers. A little sticker this year right here. Got some splits on the T2s. This deer we had some history with the last couple of years. I passed on him last season. I thought he needed one more year to grow. This year I had pictures of him starting when he just started growing the rack. Got about 15-20 pictures a week of this deer consistently at the same spot during bow season. Had it patterned pretty well. Once he busted out of his velvet, he started chasing those around a little bit. He got tough to get on. He was really nocturnal for about a month. Just showed back up. Today actually I called JP up after checking trail cameras and had this guy coming in the last couple evenings at 5:30. I just had this gut feeling that today was going to be the day that I sealed the deal. So when I checked the trail cameras today after speaking with John Paul, I noticed that this guy was actually on some hot does, so I figured it'd be good to use some Matriarch. I went in, had a sit lick, put out some Matriarch on the wick. When I got in the stand, the way the deer was coming, he was coming from my left to right, and that was the way the wind was blowing, so I put that wick out. Also, I was misting while I was in the stand, and he came in with his head up. As you'll see on the video, he's sniffing around. He came in and gave him about 10-15 minutes. He was chasing the does around. Finally gave me an opportunity to take a shot, so I sealed the deal. He was no match for the 30-06, so I dropped him dead in his tracks. This buck right here is a buck I've been after for quite a while. And me and the guys in the club, we all been watching him. So I was very fortunate tonight to take him, and I'll tell you what, it was a blessing.
Ep4 Outdoors has been doing business with House Pawn and Gun Shop for over 15 years. They have a wide selection of handguns, shotguns, rifles, and ammunition. Shelves are always stocked with the best gun accessories, cleaning kits, and more. If we ever run into an issue with our equipment, House Gunsmithing Services get us back in the field for our next adventure. Their award-winning customer service is sure to earn your business too. Pay them a visit at 595 Church Street in Concord, North Carolina, and tell them 704 sent you.
7 years, over 40 species, over 6 continents, and over 20 states. All kinds of weather, all kinds of terrain, and only one brand of clothing. For me, that's Huntworth. Huntworth, clothing that works.
Hey guys, so you just watched Jody kill Dagger, and so I had been wanting to get on my first deer for quite a while now, and we had been watching the same spot where Jody had killed Dagger, and I noticed there were a couple of really good bucks coming in, so we decided to go set up one Sunday evening. And we hadn't been in the stand for very, very long. We actually almost messed up when we first got in the stand. We were all set up, ready to go, camera rolling, gun in position, and we realized we never put a bullet in the chamber, so we had to stop everything to make sure that the gun was ready. So we almost messed up before we even began. But anyway, we got all set up, got going, and we weren't in the stand for a very long, maybe 30-40 minutes, and this buck that we had never seen before stepped out. I think we have him on camera maybe once. But we had never seen him before, and he stepped out, and I looked at my husband and said, I do believe I'm going to shoot this deer. So I did, and enjoy the hunt. Did I just kill a first deer?
You got him, baby. You got him. He's down.
Okay, for the safety.
Good job, baby. He's right there.
I see him. Oh my God, I just killed a deer.
You got him.
I'm sweating.
What you doing, Lynn?
Coming down.
What you coming down for?
Because I killed a deer.
What'd you shoot?
I shot a 9-pointer. My first deer ever.
Your first deer ever?
Yeah. It's over there. Let's go get it.
How far did he go?
Well, like 5 feet.
Like 5 feet. Let's see if we can go find him.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, see, he's right there.
What you got there?
I got a deer.
What's so lucky about that spot you sat in tonight?
This is where Dagger was killed a year ago today. In about 20 minutes, Jody shoots Dagger. A year ago.
Well, I tell you what, we had that Matriarch out just like we did Dagger, and he came right in. You'll see on the video him lifting his head, smelling that Matriarch. He's definitely rutting.
Yeah, I thought we were busted.
Man, I tell you what an awesome hunt. Lynn's very first deer ever. She shoots a 9-pointer. Congratulations.
Thanks, honey. Hope you guys enjoyed the hunts, and I got my mount back.